There are two ways you can pitch yourself for a potential role or opportunity. You can sell with energy or you can sell with value. This is a concept I've borrowed from Stacey Bayman, a sales coach that I love. She applies it to selling your offerings as a coach, but I think it applies just as well to pitching yourself for a job opportunity. Now, selling with energy is all about confidence and charisma. Here's how you sell with energy. You get yourself hyped up about how amazing you are. You wear your best outfit. You do your hair just right. You do some power poses in the hallway. And you go in and you give the pitch of your life, full of confidence and positivity and unshakable certainty that these people should hire you. If you were selling SAT tutoring, here's what this would sound like. You would say, I'm the best tutor ever. I crushed the SAT when I took it in high school, and I have a proven method for test taking that works on absolutely everybody. I can get any student from a 400 score to a 1600 score in 3 months, guaranteed, or I'm going to give you all your money back. So when you sell with energy, your emotions do the heavy lifting in persuading the other person to go with you. The reason they are sold on you is because they're bowled over by your energy and your confidence. How can they say no when you're so confident that they should say yes? And this is not a bad way of selling. There's absolutely nothing wrong with doing this, but it requires you to be in a very confident, high energy state every single time you talk to somebody. And that means that if you're having a bad day, or if you're feeling a bit uncertain about something, or if something throws you off, suddenly all your selling power disappears. Selling with value, on the other hand, is all about logical problem solving. Here's how you sell with value. First, you deeply understand the problem that this person or this team is trying to solve. You have a clear perspective on how to solve that problem and what the steps are to get from A to Z. You might even know what some of the common pitfalls are and how to get around them, or what some of the common misconceptions are about the best way to solve this problem and why your approach actually makes more sense. And you know why you are the best person to help the team get from A to Z given your skills and your previous experience. So if you were selling SAT tutoring, selling with value would sound like this. You'd say, there's 4 reasons why students have low SAT scores. Reason number 1 is skill gaps in reading and math. Reason number 2 is a lack of test-taking savvy. Reason number 3 is that they just get bored with the prep process. And reason number 4 is that they feel low confidence when they make mistakes, and that makes them want to give up. A lot of parents think that the solution is to just do as many prep problems and practice tests as possible. But honestly, this brute force approach doesn't actually address the underlying causes of this problem. So when I work with my students, we start with a diagnostic test where I assess exactly what mix of the 4 reasons is causing their low score today. And I close the skill gaps by teaching them the key math and reading concepts that they need to know. I make them more savvy about test taking by teaching them tips and tricks to game the test format if they get stuck. I set up competitions and games and prizes to make the prep fun and engaging so they don't get bored with endless drills and repetition. And I teach them about growth mindset and compassionate self-talk so that they don't lose confidence in themselves when they make a mistake. I've worked with hundreds of students from a variety of backgrounds, and I've been able to achieve a 50% increase in scores on average, and I have a 98% satisfaction rating from my students. Notice how low energy this is, right? I don't have to be super hyped and super confident. I'm just explaining something. When you sell with value, your logic does the heavy lifting and persuading the other person to go with you. The reason they're sold on you is because you have a perceptive diagnosis of the problem and you have a clear, simple, doable pathway for how to solve that problem. How can they say no to you when you just make so much sense? Selling with value feels like explaining a math problem to somebody. And the great thing about selling with value is that you can be confident and high energy while you do this, or you can be tired and low energy while you do this. It actually doesn't matter because the logic is the same either way. So if you are hyped up and wearing your best outfit and feeling amazing, that's awesome. It's great icing on the cake while you explain the math equation. But if you're getting over the flu and you just had a fight with your spouse and you're feeling really behind on your to-do list, none of that affects your selling power because you can still just explain the math equation. So if you are looking at potential roles right now and you know that you can do these jobs, but the thought of pitching yourself for these jobs is making you feel gross and salesy and like a slime ball, come talk to me and let's build your selling with value pitch. Because I guarantee that you already have all the knowledge and experience that you need to write this pitch. All we have to do is pull that knowledge out of your brain and simplify it and organize it so you can present it in a minute or two during a conversation. And once you can do that, pitching yourself is going to feel calm, helpful, logical, and maybe even fun, instead of feeling gross, inauthentic, and pushy. This is a perfect topic for a free one-off coaching session with me. You can book a free anonymous public coaching call with me at the link above. Or if you want my support in not only building this pitch, but also refining it over time for multiple audiences and navigating all the conversations you're going to have in order to land your next role, you can book a free coaching consult with me and let's talk about working together through your full transition. The link to book a free coaching consult is above, or all these links are in my bio if you're listening on Instagram.